Tony here. Now, what I've noticed in the Oculus Quest community is this trend to personalize and customize our quests to truly make them ours, whether it's through some sort of comfort mod such as a counterweight, padded faceplates, or grips for our controllers, or even just stickers that make our quests unique to us. In the same way, choosing a home environment that really works for you, I think, is really important. Every time you switch on your quest, every time you quit a game, the home environment is right there, and you want it to be one that's going to bring a smile to your face, maybe bring back some memories of a place you visited, a game you've played, or a movie you've watched. And most importantly, make you feel like the quest has your own personal touch. So I'm going to go over some of the 8 best Oculus Quest home environments I found on this Discord channel. I'll leave the links in the description below if you want to check out them for yourselves. If you want to know how to install them, check out my previous video where I also look at 10 fantastic home environments for the Quest and go through instructions on how to install them at the end of that video. And my criteria for choosing the following 8 home environments was based on how good they look, how much attention to detail they have, and just overall how polished they are. So with that out of the way, let's take a look. So this apartment should be immediately recognizable to most people as Monica's apartment from Friends. They have the table where they ate Rachel's trifle.
It tastes like feet.
The kitchen area with the pizza box, which I imagine is probably Joey's. Now of course it's not 100% accurate to the actual set, but it's pretty damn close. You've got everything in its right place more or less, like the doors here with the bathroom and Monica's secret cupboard.
What are you doing?
Monica has a secret closet and she won't let me see what's in it.
Why not?
I don't know. What could she possibly be hiding in here that I can't see?
And this is one of the reasons why I really like this home environment. Now of course I also love the series Friends, so this brings back some major nostalgia for me, but nostalgia aside, it's just a really beautifully crafted and detailed environment. You even have this mock audience watching from the side, and I think these details is why this one is in the top 8.
What the hell is going on?
We took our apartment back. I had nothing to do with it.
Such an iconic scene from Star Wars, and this, the Rancor's pit, is my second in the list, but I think out of all 8, I would say my personal favourite. And it's not because I'm a massive fan of Star Wars, because I'm not. It's the visual qualities that really makes this one of my favourites. I must have spent about 5 minutes just looking close up at this Rancor, looking at every tiny detail, because visually it was so impressive. And notwithstanding the visual quality, it also includes all the little details. So you have the slobber coming from the Rancor's mouth, the gold earring, the bone on the floor that Luke uses to prop open his mouth, and it all just comes together really well. Now because this is such a good graphical model, it takes about 6 seconds for it to load, but when it does, it's well worth it. Now this next home environment, it looks like it uses some sort of photogrammetry to bring this ultra realistic looking environment. There are a few of these types of environments on the channel, but this one I felt was not only the best looking, but also the most polished. You're set high up in the mountain in this peaceful looking cave with this amazing view to look out upon. Now this one of course is very visually impressive, but I also chose it just because I found it so calming. I felt like if I was ever stressed, I could just pop my headset on, sit for a few minutes in this beautiful environment, and that would probably do the trick. It just made me feel like I was in my own private space, and that's why I felt that this one definitely had to go on this list. Now our next one gives you a taste of what it'd be like to go shark cage diving. You're in this cage surrounded by circling sharks and shoals of fishes. There's also this beautiful coral reef down below. I chose this one partly because of the animations. I think it looks really good, the sharks swimming around. I also think the sharks themselves are visually quite impressive, and they look so good in fact that I'll admit this, I did feel a little nervous at first stepping outside the cage when doing this video. And I love to see these smaller details that really complete this home environment, like the sun streaming in from the top, or the cables coming in from the top of the cage up to the boat. That's what makes this one of my favourites. And there's an alternate version to this, which has you standing upon a rock with an additional manta ray model. So make sure you check that one out too.
I thought you were my greatest enemy, when all along you were my best friend.
Now the next home environment is based off of GlaDOS's chamber in Portal 1. GlaDOS stands for Genetic Lifeform and Disk Operating System, and she is the main antagonist of Portal 1. Now it might be obvious why I chose this one. Not only am I a fan of the Portal series, but GlaDOS looks fantastic. The animations and the model itself looks like the one from the original game. And what I really love is throughout the game you have this promise of chocolate cake as an incentive by GlaDOS, and we see this in the home environment just tease us once more. So it is a small thing, but for me adding those little touches are like adding the cherry to the cake. Now our next one is clearly a Doom inspired environment. You have a few models here. You have the Doom guy in a mid-action pose. You also have a Cacodemon and a Minotaur from Doom 3. And of course the Cacodemon is from the classic series of Doom. I like the looks of these models, they look fantastic. They've also got animations, and even the lava is moving. So all of these animated details just really set this one off for me. Now if you look at the Doom guy, he also looks similarly very impressive. He looks like the Doom guy from Doom Eternal, and I just love the action firing pose that he is put in and the blood spattered armor. And if you look closely, just behind the Doom guy there's another Cacodemon sneaking up behind, ready to take him out. So the models, the animations and the little hidden extras make this home environment a winner for me. Now this next one I put on my list because if I put this one next to say an official Oculus home environment, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference between an official Oculus home environment and this one because it looks so damn good. Now this one is based on a real apartment designed by the architects Killing Matt Woods and is located in New South Wales, Australia. So it's a really nice modern apartment. Outside you have this beautiful wintry scene with animated snowflakes coming down. So you can go up to the window and just enjoy the scene outside, but there's plenty to see inside the apartment too. Everything in the apartment has its place. The suspended fireplace, the Oculus cushions, and the textures are very high quality, so if you walk up to these things they look just as great close up as they do further away. And so you can really tell when this one was put together there's been a lot of attention as to where things are placed, how they look. And because of this, I just spent a lot of time just wandering around the apartment, looking at the different things, the magazines, the objects. It's such an interesting home environment and definitely belongs on this list. And if you don't like the winter feel, there is a summer version of this loft too, with a green and summery scene outside. Also the loft is a bit more well lit because of the sun coming in. And I like both versions, but personally I think I like the winter one just that bit more because of those animated snowflakes, and that lit fire just makes it feel really cozy. Both great home environments, and do check them out. And we'll finish off this list with another Star Wars home environment. This is from the inside of a Star Destroyer. And the moment I put the headset on and just had a quick glance around in this home environment, I knew this belonged on the list. Just because of the sheer size and amount of detail in this particular home environment. You have Darth Vader with his lightsaber ready just off to the side. If we look at the clip from the movie, you see there's two pits either side this walkway, and the home environment successfully recreates those. If you look down, you've got these pits complete with the machines, the stalls, all the different buttons and screens, and that's what makes this such an interesting environment. Everything is done with so much care and attention to detail. And this is just the front area of the ship. If we turn around, we have this whole back area full of machinery, computers and other things that really is quite amazing to see. With such a big home environment, to see this level of detail throughout the whole ship. So I spent a long time just walking around, taking in all the different details, but what completes this for me is if you look outside the front window, then you'll see a TIE fighter that flies past every so often, and the Death Star. So that's about it from me for now. What did you think of this list? Are there any you would add? Please let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, do like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.